No comment. I'll never say that because my guy AD said what he needed, and then he was gone the following week. So.
I wonder how you go into an offseason after year 22, when you probably had high hopes heading into the postseason that end abruptly like this.
I don't know. Obviously, for me, since my first NBA Finals appearance, I think in 2007, the moment I got an opportunity to be a part of that and taste that feeling, from there on, every season that I did not make it to the finals or did not win a championship has been a disappointment. So it'd be the same for me, it'd be the same off season of disappointment and unfulfillment, have an opportunity, to play longer and give yourself an opportunity to play for the Larry O'Brien Trophy. So nothing changes for me.
The fact that you're going to enter into an offseason on a roster that has Luka Doncic, that secured the number 3 seed in the West in a really tough West this year, what type of thoughts does that give you about your end game, and how many more years will we see you play?
I don't know. I don't have the answer to that. Something I sit down with my family, my wife, and my support group, and kind of just talk through it and see what happens, and then just have a conversation with myself on how long I want to continue to play. I don't know the answer to that right now, to be honest. So we'll see.
LeBron, kind of too along those lines. There's belief, and teams always believe to a degree. This team had like that real. It seemed like that real, genuine belief. Did that energize you in ways, and challenge you mentally and physically in ways that you could see wanting to do more of this, having that opportunity?
No. I walk into the practice facility and walk into this arena with high energy all the time, and I just try to spill that to my teammates. I try to spill the belief into my teammates, play as hard as I can, do whatever I can out on the floor while I have the opportunity to do it. But I think the only thing is it's up to me if I want to, continue to play, or how long I want to continue to play. It's ultimately up to me, so it has nothing to do about anybody else.
You've taken on so many different challenges in your career. Being paired mid-season with another ball-dominant superstar, it was one that you'd never had before. How did that go? What were the challenges with that? In what areas do you think that pairing could be better in the future with more time?
Yeah, anytime you make an acquisition or a big acquisition in the middle of the season, it's always going to be challenging. And not only for me, but for AR and for the rest of the group on how we were playing. We went from, the ball, wanting to touch the ball in AD's hands, either off pick and rolls or off post ups or off elbow catches. But it started with myself and AR kind of handling the ball handling, and then making sure we got 80 the ball. And the whole, obviously, dynamic changed. When we made the acquisition of Luka, to, how can we change our approach to best fit his game, and how can we center our game around his. I think it's always challenging when you make like I said, a big acquisition like that. There's were times where we, obviously didn't look so well, a couple games early on. But I think we kind of figured it out, kind of later in the season. The more and more games we had, I still don't think we had enough time to mesh. But for the time that we had, I thought we ended the regular season very well to, be top 3 in the West. And obviously, we know how tough the West is. I thought that was a good test for us. And, we had some challenges, but I think, ultimately having a guy like that is very dynamic for any franchise.
LeBron, how did, I think it was the final 12 games you guys played when you had your full unit after you returned. How did the end of the regular season, but also this series, inform, from a team-wide perspective, the areas of improvement for next season?
I don't know. I mean, obviously, we don't even. Man, listen, it's a business too, so you don't know what the roster will look like next year. Besides the guys that's locked into contracts, so we don't. I mean, shit, I got a lot to think about myself, so I don't know what the roster will look like. I don't know what I'm, where I stand right now. But I think whatever happens, I think JJ is going to continue to grow. I thought he had a hell of a rookie campaign for a rookie coach, and it's a lot different being a rookie coach. It's already hard being a rookie coach in the NBA, and it's a hell of a lot harder being a rookie head coach coaching the Lakers. It's a whole nother ball game. And I thought he handled it extremely well. I thought he just learned every single day. He held us accountable. He pushed us. I thought JJ and his coaching staff were great throughout the whole season. And that was pretty cool. So that's one thing for sure that you guys know for sure that would be. And here is a great, a great coach, up and coming coach that would be great for many, many years.
Last two, we're going to end with Jovan and Melissa.
LeBron, basically from mid-January on, right when AD got injured, you guys started playing a lot of centerless basketball, and that required a lot from you and Doe and Rui and then Vando once he got back. Just from a physical, taxing standpoint, how tough was that for the last 3.5 months to play that style, and do you feel like that caught up at all in this series?
No comment. I'll never say that because my guy AD said what he needed, and then he was gone the following week. So I got no comment. I put that uniform on every night. I gave everything I had, and that's all that matters.
Hey, Bron. With everything that you've accomplished, where does playing alongside your son rank, especially considering everything that he's overcome?
Number one, for sure. That's easy. It's not even close. I mean, to be able to play the game that I love and to be able to be along my son this whole year has been one of the most gratifying, satisfying journeys I've ever been on, just to see his growth from the moment he was drafted when we were all in New York at the draft party to seeing him in summer league, struggle early on in summer league and pick it up towards the end, to get on the floor with him in preseason for the first time. I believe he was in Palm Springs, to getting on the court versus this Minnesota team, game one, and just to see what he was able to do every single day by just channeling his mind and his work, just putting in the work and just seeing how much he grew from, like I said, the moment from he was drafted to, doing what he was doing in the G, getting opportunities with us. Super proud of the shortcomings that he had when we played in Philly. I thought that built so much character. And it showed when we sat out a lot of guys at that home game when we played Milwaukee. And I just thought that he has a bright future because not only can he play the game of basketball, he's just a great fucking kid, and you can ask anybody, any one of his teammates, any one of the coaches, he's just a joy to be around. And I have to say that I have a lot to do with that. Appreciate it.